Today we have a Labubu toy because that's exactly what we're gonna be talking about today. You can see a lot of toys that we have. These are all Annabelle's toys. Apparently this is quite a rare one. One in what? 144. Maybe we'll get a secret Labubu today. I'll be opening it at the end of the video. But today we are talking about the rise of Labubu and how it became so popular in Singapore. Actually not only in Singapore but basically around the world. I'm sure many of you have seen this thing in your social media feeds or maybe even grinning at you on the train as it hangs precariously on your colleague's handbag. I've always been very interested in the psychology of things and what compels us to be so attracted to certain things like, you know, toys like blind boxes and Labubus. Like, why is this fucking thing so popular? Do you like Labubu?
Not a big fan of the Labubu series. Pop Mart stuff, yes, as you can see.
So today I decided to dive into the history of Labubu. Who created it? How did it achieve such a meteoric rise? Why are people so obsessed with this? And is there a dark side to this adorable plushie? Labubu was born in 2015, the brainchild of Ka Sing Leung, a Hong Kong-born artist with a flair for the fantastical. Leung was raised in the Netherlands after moving there as a kid and grew up devouring Nordic folklore tales of elves, trolls and forest spirits. And these were the things that sparked his imagination. Leung first sketched this impish creature as part of his children's storybook series, The Monsters, which features a bunch of mischievous elves in the Nordic forest. There were in fact many characters in this motley crew of creatures, namely Zimomo, Taikoko, Mokoko, Spooky, Pato, and of course Labubu, which became the most popular of them all. A lot of repeating syllables. What do you think our mascot should be called? Sushii?
Sushii?
Sushishi? They got Zimomo, Taikoko, Mokoko.
Sushii sounds there.
Sounds gay. Labubu represents a group instead of a single character, and she is no bigger than a house cat in real life. If Labubu exists, she would be maybe this big. They are also playful and always playing harmless pranks. And yes, Labubu is a girl. And while all Labubus are females, the leader of the crew, Zimomo, is male. So hell yeah, dude. He has like a harem of female Labubus around him. Zimomo's the man. Labubu initially lived as a niche character in Leung's children's storybooks, hardly known to the masses, but it was in 2019 when Labubu would catapult into stardom. The real glow-up came in 2019 when Ka Sing Leung teamed up with Pop Mart. I'm sure many of you already know this company, Pop Mart. It has swept Singapore like a plague. For those of you who are living under a well, under a rock, and don't know what Pop Mart is, it is basically a It is basically a Chinese toy empire known for its blind box collectibles and toys like these. You can get these toys in the blind box. Pop Mart basically took one look at Labubu and said, "You are weird, you are wonderful, let's make you a star." They basically saw the potential in the Labubu character. It was a mischievous character that hit the sweet spot of being ugly cute. What is considered ugly cute? It's not conventionally cute, it's ugly cute.
It's so ugly that it's cute.
And they were absolutely right for the most part. Labubu's rise was actually a slow burn. It didn't immediately catapult her into fame, even after Pop Mart molded it into vinyl figures, plush dolls, and even in addictive blind boxes. So people still, you know, they weren't really sure what this figure is. It was a slow burn and people were still interested in it, but not as interested as what they are today. Labubu was just an opening act, not yet the headliner. But then in April 2024, very recently actually, the universe handed it a megaphone. And said megaphone was being held by one of the current reigning princesses of K-pop. Some would even call her a K-pop deity. Yes, it is none other than Lisa. How badass is it that she is so big that she practically owns the name Lisa? I don't even need to introduce who she is. Lisa. Who's the first Lisa you would think of? That Lisa. She owns the name. She has IP rights to the name Lisa because the brand is just so big. One fateful day, the Thai K-pop goddess with over 100 million Instagram followers posted an Insta story hugging a giant Labubu plush from the Monsters Fall in Wild series. She then upped the ante, decking out her Keith Elena bag. Did I pronounce it right? Keith Elena? Not a branded kind of person.
No.
I don't know what Kate Elena is. Decking out her Kate Elena bag and Birkin with Labubu pendants like they were the ultimate fashion flex. No sponsorships, no PR nudge, just pure organic love for this fuzzy fiend. And that was the match that lit the wildfire. Thailand went bananas first. Local celebrities, influencers, even royals and senators joined the Labubu hunt, turning it into a national treasure chase. By July, Bangkok's Pop Mart stores were a war zone. Hundreds camped overnight for the fall Girl in Wild series drop, with scalpers flipping $13 toys for $88 on Lazada. A pop-up at Siam Paragon on August 15 saw fistfights over the last macaroon Labubu, while Thailand's tourism board dressed Labubu in silk costumes, parading it at Wat Arun for selfies. Well, it's so big that even the government decided to adopt it as a mascot for a day, dressing it up in silk robes. That's nuts, eh?
A lot of people, like, they buy clothes.
Like mini clothes for
Yeah,
it.
mini clothes specifically for them. And I even saw like a guy decking his Labubu in Prada stuff.
What have we turned into? So you're gonna buy mini dresses for your...
No, these can't be
Your what?
dressed. They
Can
are
they?
perfect as it is. It's magnetic, you know. Sleek.
Yeah, that's quite cool. Okay, that's quite cool.
Hey!
In Indonesia, the obsession peaked at Gandaria City Mall on September 18 when a near riot ensued after the Happy Halloween series was sold out in 20 minutes. But before we continue into the rise of Labubus, let's talk about the rising cash in your pocket with Revolut. Picture this, you're spending money, but plot twist, it's secretly sneaking back into your account. What? That's Revolut's metal plan, baby. Because every time you spend, you get 1.5% cash back. Coffee, cashback. Groceries, cashback. That Labubu you're eyeing? Yup, cashback. Sign up now and guess what? You'll get to customize your card just like what I have here. Say black metal Revolut card with sneaky sushi on it. Looks sleek, looks cool. Thank you, Revolut. And if you're a real Labubu fanatic, why don't you try to customize it to match your collection? I'm personally a frequent user of Revolut, as I've always been using it on my trips. You can see some of the cashbacks I've earned from just my last trip to Chongqing as well. So you can sign up by scanning the QR code on the screen or click the link in the description. Grab your $20 sign-up bonus and start raking in 1.5% cashback. Now back to the Labubu madness. Resellers jacked the prices from $28 to $1,200 for the Mermaid Labubu, and Jakarta's Pentip Plaza saw fake Labubus seized in a police sting. $1,200 for a Mermaid Labubu, god damn. But we'll actually explore even more expensive Labubus later on, where we dive into the rarest Labubus. Malaysia joined the fray at Pavilion Kuala Lumpur on October 5th, 2024, where queues for the Zimomo camping drop stretched 3 floors. Another TikToker live streaming her $800 haul crashed the TikTok app with 10,000 viewers. Scalpers flipped blind boxes for triple the price right outside the mall. I guess that's quite smart. Sparking arguments caught on viral clips. The US wasn't immune to this craze as well. At Westfield Century City's Pop Mart in Los Angeles, fans would camp from 2:30 AM every Friday, and it saw the Zimomo plush selling out online in 47 seconds. A Houston family was also caught smashing a claw machine on November 10, snagging $200 in Labubus before cops hauled them off. But amidst all this chaos, one company thrives as Pop Mart's stock shot up 260% following this craze. Like, if you actually went to look at Pop Mart's graph, the stock graph, it's like an astronomical shoot up just within a year. It's quite nuts. And honestly, I hope Lisa is paid handsomely for this, because she literally single-handedly drove the stock price of Pop Mart up. She should probably even be offered equity. It was essentially a global phenomenon. Pop Mart's head of strategic partnerships, Kevin Zhang, called it a buying frenzy that started as a meme and exploded into a cultural phenomenon. Suddenly, Labubu wasn't just a toy, it was a status symbol and a collector's holy grail. Highly sought after and limited edition figures can fetch astronomical prices like the Labubu X Vans, which range from 2,000 USD to 3,000 USD, and the Labubu X Ultraman toy, which goes for over $4,500 on the resale market. But I did a quick research recently, like just a few hours ago. I think the price has dropped already, so take these prices with a pinch of salt. But I did see recently on Instagram like a gigantic Labubu limited edition toy. It's basically a Labubu inside like a robot, a mechanical robot. That thing costs $60,000
What?
for that thing. Yeah, but I guess it's like 2-in-1. You get the Labubu, put inside the robot thing, and then you can take it out. Someone paid $60,000 for that. I saw in a Singapore toy shop. Now let's zoom in on Singapore, where Labubu isn't just popular, it's practically a national sport. We have people queuing for hours on end on Labubu launches. Ion Orchard's October drop halted sales after a 500-strong line clogged the mall, with security escorting staff out. And the epitome of this craze was on full display at the Pop Toy Show in Marina Bay Sands on August 2024 where chaos erupted. Grown adults were shouting, shoving and clawing for limited edition Labubu dolls, including the Singapore exclusive Malayan pendant, which retails for $38. But as you can see now on Carousel, 20 days ago, it's selling for $158. So that's like at least a 3-time gain on that. The police even had to step in because apparently nothing says I love Labubu like a near riot. The Malayan Labubu sold out in minutes and popped up immediately on Carousel, as we have just seen, for hundreds of dollars. This led to Pop Toy Show cancelling the next 2 drops due to overwhelming response on the first day. So there was supposed to be 2 more drops, but they chopped it off, they cancelled the 2 other drops. Recently, there have even been a surge of Labubu resellers on TikTok where there's a gambling element to getting a Labubu blind box, where you can pay up to $150 just to stand a chance, not confirm, just to stand a chance to win a blind box containing a rare Labubu. I'm not really sure how that works, but I've seen like those TikTok live sellers where they just gamify it They just gamify buying a blind box, which is already gambling in itself. So you're gambling to gamble. What the fuck? One woman even got slapped with a $5,000 fine in Singapore for smuggling Labubus from London. And she also probably didn't pay tax, didn't pay GST, so she got a fine. So why the obsession with Labubus? I think for one, Singaporeans just love a good collectible. From Pokemon cards to luxury bags. If it's rare and resellable, we're gonna eat that shit up. We just love it. We like to be exclusive, we like to be, we like to own rare things. And Labubu fits the bill perfectly with its exclusive drops, blind box surprises, and a hot resale market where rare editions hit the thousands. It's really less about the toy and more about the brag. Then there's the cultural quirk. In Singapore, a city obsessed with efficiency and status, flaunting a rare Labubu is a status symbol, and some probably even see it as a personality trait, like, hey, I love Labubus. I love Labubus. That's my personality. Even our politicians are in on it. Sengkang West Lam Pin Min debuted a PAP branded Labubu at a volunteer event, dubbing it the cutest volunteer. That's fucking lame, dude. Walao eh. But to be fair, it's quite cute.
It's damn cute.
Yeah, the cute little PAP t-shirt that they made, it is quite cute. But just a tad cringeworthy to me. Maybe because I'm just not into blind boxes or Labubus. And when your MPs are flexing plushies, you definitely know that it has gone mainstream. But is there a darker side to this fluffy toy? Labubu could be seen as a poster child for our toy-obsessed, over-consuming world. I've never really gotten the appeal of blind boxes because, to be honest, it's essentially gambling, as we briefly talked about just now. It's just gambling for adults who like toys. That's totally fine and all if it's what genuinely makes you happy. But the thing with blind boxes is that you rip open 10 boxes for that one rare edition, and what do you do with the rest? It's either going into the trash eventually or on a dusty shelf that you're probably never gonna see or touch again. We are basically encouraged to buy multiple blind boxes just to get that one toy we want. And 2 days later, instead of having just one figurine on your back, you're gonna have 20 Labubus jingling on your fucking LV bag. Why? Why do that? Also, what happens when the Labubu trend eventually fades away? Because I'm gonna say it 100% will. Just like every other toy trend or trend that has came and went. Will you still be in love with your Labubu then? And the implications go deeper. Labubu's hype thrives on artificial scarcity. Pop Mart limits supply to keep us rabid, turning a $12 toy into a $1,200 resale cesspool. It's all fake hype, basically. I guess the same can be said for branded goods as well. It's fake hype. The cost material of making an LV bag or a Prada bag or whatever bag is not high.
It's like the Hermes bag. I think even watches, like if you walk into a store, you can't actually buy them on the spot. They will just tell you that everything in the store, it's only, I don't know, display.
But a lot of times it's fake one. They probably might have stock in there, but they say, oh, no stock, go another outlet or put on a wait list. It's artificial scarcity. Perhaps this little monster is less a toy and more a mirror reflecting our obsession with stuff and status. Which begs the question, are we buying Labubu because we are in love with the character and the world that Casing has built? Or do we just like it because other people are obsessed with it? And I guess now it's time to gamble!
Let's go gambling!
So is this like a limited edition, or this is a Coke one, limited edition?
This is the third series that they have, but it's like a collaboration with Coca-Cola. When you know what you want, and then when you open it and it's exactly what you wanted, that dopamine hit.
Gambler! I have experienced it before. I got open for Dewey before. Then she said, oh, I want the pink one, Then I opened, I really got pink, and like, oh, nice. It's quite exciting lah. It's like, oh, okay,
yes.
I managed to get
So
it.
if you open this, comes out it's a secret. God damn. It's gonna be crazy.
Secret, secret, secret.
You need to close your eyes.
Why? Why is it gonna make it better?
It makes the experience better.
I don't know.
Is it?
We got the basic one. Actually, I thought it would be bigger though. Okay, let's see. Is this thing actually cute? There's a keychain as well. Bag? It's just bean bags to make it feel like there's weight, so that your $65 feel like it's worth it. It's not just a light, empty box. Yeah, this thing is
$64? Yeah, so cheap.
okay lah. I mean, but it feels like any other soft toy.
Can the head turn? Yo! What the?
Oh, can. It can turn.
What the
Imagine I just
fuck?
Alright, there we have it. My very first Labubu. Yay! Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys next week.